Zwom. Doot, 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 doot. BMO.
Hey everyone, and welcome to another BMO Creative Crypto video. So this one is about the Piamupits. So the Piamupits, which translated from the Comanche language means cannibal giants and giant owl, is the name given by the Comanche to several tribes of hairy cannibalistic giants. The tribes are depicted as having large, hairy bodies, big feet, and a face resembling a very large Comanche. It is said that the men of these tribes, traditionally as they get older, prefer to use cottonwood tree as their spears and other handles for weapons, and as walking sticks, and roamed the land mostly alone and slept away from their tribal groups. Like with any lone hunter, the legends do say that if their cottonwood weapon was broken, then they could possibly die before being able to make another one. Some of the more interesting things the Comanche recorded in their stories is how these tribes hunted regular game during the day, like deer and rabbits and things of that sort, and then predatory game at night, like wolves and coyotes. They wore non-tanned animal skin fur, and they wore it fur side out, but preferred to hunt completely naked, relying on their thick body hair for protection. They also did note that they sometimes had extra rows of teeth, they had extra fingers and toes, and used bird calls to communicate. The Comanche also mentioned using the tissue and bones of the Piamupits as a ground-up paste to be put on open wounds, cuts, and broken bones, and major sprains to heal them in weeks rather than months, which indicates to me that they are genetically infused with a much higher stem cell count maybe, and a very common blood type, so that basically anyone could use their tissues as some sort of a healing ointment. Would help them virtually heal from anything on contact. I did some homework, and while the most common use of the Piamupits is as a cautionary figure, like telling kids to not wander off because the Piamupits would get them, stories exist within Comanche tradition that elaborate on its nature and interactions with other tribes. According to a 1994 article on Comanche topography and a 1960 or an 1865 dictionary I found at the library, they primarily use to dwell in higher mountain regions. In the children's escape story, a group of children left behind by their migrating tribe encounter Piamupits in a cave. They escape with the help of various animals, and the elder of the Piamupits, called an Owlmupits, is thrown into the moon, where it resides even to this day. Very interesting. The hunter's encounter describes a hunter who offers a Piamupits some meat so that Piamupits tribe would help him take over his own tribe against the tribal leaders and against the chief. But it still preferred to eat the hunter instead, and the hunter escapes and manages to kill the Piamupits, who seem to be invulnerable practically, but he struck it with a sharp pole directly under its chin, where its chin meets its neck, and so the pole went directly into its skull and killed it. The pregnant wife story is a graphic story detailing a Piamupits killing a hunter's pregnant wife while the hunter was away, but the unborn twins survive and are later found by their father, and they become great hunters, and they primarily hunted down other Piamupit tribes, almost like a revenge story. And then there's the story of the girl and the eight-headed monster, which is reminiscent of European dragon tales, where a young man saves a girl from being devoured by an eight-headed Piamupits. Or basically what it was eight Piamupits working together as the enemy, towards one brave. And of course, in pop culture, the movie Prey that came out in 2022, Naru, who is the hero of that movie, she actually calls the predator in that movie Piamupits, which is the Comanche slang word for a Piamupits. So it's interesting that they had done that much research and knew that a Comanche would have called the predator a Piamupits. So, what do you think of the Piamupits? Leave a comment below. Anyway, that is going to do it for this one. Thanks so much for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe to BMO Creative for more crypto videos. Thanks so much. Bye.